Hey guys, really quickly I wanted to show you how I record Dolphin in widescreen, even though I'm playing it in 4:3 in the background. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to select Game Capture here to create a new source, and you're just going to call it TimeSplitters 2 or TS2. Next thing you're going to do is select Capture Specific Window, and then you're going to select the emulator window that you're using. Once we've done that, I'm going to put it in the background so it doesn't get in the way. The next thing you're going to do is right-click TS2. You're going to go to Transform. At the bottom of that menu, you're going to click Stretch to Screen. What that does now is, I'll do it on Display Capture as well, is it makes it so that when you hold left Alt and drag on a circle that's on the edge of the screen, it will drag the image to fill the rest of the screen. Right? So you do that same thing, just you do it on your TS2 game. So I'll drag it up, and I'll do the same thing on the left and the right sides. Like that. And then I also do it on the bottom and a little bit on the top, because there are some very small black blinds over there. And that's it. You can now see that TimeSplitters 2 is being captured in full screen. Looks great. On to the controls. So go ahead and open those up real quick. So under controllers, I play with a PlayStation 4 controller. I have the buttons set up how I want them. The left stick does main and the right stick is camera. The D-pad, classic, it's already got the D-pads. Triggers, I use L2 and R2 for aiming and shooting. And then I use R1 for grenades, which is what Z is over here. A, B, X, and Y can be whatever you want them to be, but I have set them up so that I do have to do as little control editing as possible. Once that's done, we're going to go look at the graphics. Everything here is default except for use full screen. I want this on, so that way the game runs it as fast as it can using my GPU. And then my enhancements, I have a 2x native at 720p. You can go higher to 1080p, but I only stream in 720p, so going to 1080p is kind of pointless. If you're just playing locally or just want to record in 1080p, 1080p is right there for you. You just click it, boom, it's in 1080p now. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Look at this. Look at that. Looks amazing. Can't really see because we're not in game. All right, so back to graphics. Texture cache, I have it on fast. That way, if you read what it says, it basically makes the game, if there's an error, or not an error, but it can't load the textures fast enough, putting on fast, it won't like skip loading any walls or anything like gameplay changing. But it will make the game like in Siberia and Compound, you won't lag your system because of the rain and the snow. Everything here is on except for scale DFB access from CPU. And in this advanced, everything is off. My config, everything here is default. Take a look at those. I'll also open up PCSX2 so you guys can see how I run it on there for when I play online. So Dolphin can't play online because it doesn't have any online capability, but PCSX2 does. So for Future Perfect, which is the only one I actually play online with, I use OpenGL hardware. It's important to use OpenGL because it'll make the game look like not garbage. And hardware runs it off your GPU, which is great. These two I think are default. And then here's where I do a lot of changing. I run a double native at 720p so the game just looks better. Anisotropic filtering is at 4x, basically whatever your graphics card can handle. Mip mapping is on default. CRC hack level, I have it on partial because I'm using OpenGL. For enable hardware hacks, I have this on because you need it on, and you have to set skip draw range to 1. What'll happen is if you don't have this on, the game will look like it's in 3D for some reason. So if you set this to 1, that'll fix that. Accurate date off, and accurate blending is a medium. These I can't access. We'll go ahead and go to, is there any other settings here? Everything else here should be default. I don't have anything special here to show. Controllers, these are pretty simple to set up. Just plug in your controller and click buttons over here. And that is everything I use. For online, you have to set it up using a VPN, but that's pretty simple to do. The server where you can get the how-to will be in the description below. It is the TimeSplitters multiplayer online server. It is called, it's this server right here. And then we have the general, and then there is the guides right here on how to set up the VPN. And that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on how I play the game. You may be noticing the game will like flicker and make that select sound to go into a load screen, and then it goes back to the main screen. I'm hitting F8, which is just a save state at the menu. That's all it is. Does not mess with the game, doesn't make anything predictable, doesn't change any RNG, just goes back to the main menu screen. So do with that as you will. I thank you guys very much for watching. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more TimeSplitters content, don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good night.